G'day, Karen Lee from Kaz's Corner, the place to be to impact and improve your life. I'm super excited to share with you some news that I have received. I have been selected as a finalist in the Better Life Challenge, which is a 30-day challenge which was set by Dean Graziosi, and I entered it back in February of 2020, which is still this year if you're seeing this right now. And I got notified on an email to say that I had actually been chosen as a finalist. How cool is that? And I'm in the running to win a Camaro. Now, I've got no idea what that is, but I know it's a pretty cool car. Now, they've asked me to put a video together to let you know how it affected me or what I got out of it and would I recommend it. Well, I've got to tell you, it's the easiest 30-day challenge that you can possibly do, and it will impact and it will improve your life. And yes, I know that sounds too simple. 2 minutes a day is all that it takes. Now, I was going to share with you what I got out of it and the habits that I'm still doing. Well, I've got to tell you, and I know this sounds pretty kooky, but I'm still doing all 30 of them. So I started to write out what it was that I'm still doing, and it's just way too much for me to go through for you in this. So I thought I'd start out with just a couple because I don't want to take up too much of your time. Number one is every morning that I wake up, I think about two things that I'm grateful for, even if that's something as simple as the fact I woke up. And of a night time before I go to bed, I think about the things that I achieved. So that's something that is sort of a back-to-back that I do. One of the other things that I have done, and this is part of it, is that you can get hold of this Better Life Journal. Now, this is fantastic. It's a different type of journal to what you will ever have used before, and it has been so beneficial, and I'm using it every day. Some days I write things that have happened actually during the day, and other times I put in my ideas, and it's been really great to go back over and I reread what I've done throughout the month at the end of every month. And I have a bit of a reflection and work out what I'm going to change for the next month. The other thing that they've asked me to do is to actually say what I thought of the challenge. Well, I thought the challenge was so simple that it made it fun. And even though it was simple, it was really interesting to do. And it taught me things about myself that I didn't realise. Now, I was going through a very, very difficult divorce. And lots of things happened. And then I had a fall. Just after I'd finished doing this 30-day challenge, I had a fall and I fractured my back and my right arm. Now, I came out of hospital, I recuperated at home, and just as I was ready to rock and roll again, we got locked down. COVID erupted. And I live in Melbourne, Australia, and we were locked away pretty much. And they chucked away the key. Now, the 30-day challenge, what did it do for me? It set me up to be able to cope really well throughout that challenge because I'd learned a lot about myself. And even though I'm a very positive person, it gave me even more insight as to how I can become better every day with simple things that I put in place. And another small thing I'll give you is that I can look in the mirror and I love the person that I'm seeing. You know, I wrote a beautiful poem about this for someone that really helped them. And I've been able to share my message with others. I realise that I have value. I realise that my limiting beliefs are just that. They were limiting me. And I used to call him Bruce. You know, he's that little inner person that sits on your shoulder and says, you can't do that. Well, I kicked Bruce off to the curb. And the Better Life Challenge helped me do that. And Brucey very rarely ever comes to visit me. And in fact, Bruce is now more of a cheer squad for me because I've learned how to flick it around. I've learned how to flip my focus into anything that is a failure or classified as something that didn't end up the way I wanted. I can now turn that around and pick out what it was that I learned from it. I make it a positive. You see, anything that happens in my life, I can turn around. Be it a negative for someone else, I can sure show you how to make it a positive for yourself. And that's a technique which doing the 30-day challenge has helped me to be able to improve upon. So The other question is, would I highly recommend it? Hell yeah, as Dean Graziosi would say. Absolutely. Do yourself a favour. Change your habits, change your life. And it's really something as simple as that. If you really want to make a difference in your life, you can do something as simple as cut out sugar for the day. Just do it for one day and see how much better you feel. If you really want to improve your life, then you need to take a step in the right direction. And the 30-day Better Life Challenge is something that you can choose to do. I highly recommend it. I also highly recommend that while you're doing it, you'll get the opportunity to buy this book. I did. It's fantastic. It comes with so many little extras inside, and it is brilliant. It's an easy read, easy to adopt practices. And if you want to learn something, you want to learn it from the person who's already made the mistake so you don't make the same mistake. And that's something that I have learned going through. I've made mistakes in my past. I don't forget them. I can look at them and go, okay, bring them forward with me, take a look at those. What did I learn out of that? And how would I do it differently next time? Not why me. No longer am I a victim to my own circumstance, because I realise that I choose where it is I want to go, what it is I want to do, and who it is I want to be. And that's it from me. And remember, I'll leave you with this. Please share your smile with someone new or someone that you love every day. Something as simple as a smile can change their day, and it'll make you feel damn good too. So I highly recommend you get stuck into it and look up Dean Graziosi's Better Life Challenge. You won't regret it. Cheerio for now.